spent in a miserable way.
U.S. news: a nightmare inside the Brooklyn jail with little heat or electricity. The New York Times. The inmates were held in cramped cells that had no electricity and were frigid cold. Vents in the ceiling. Those were the conditions described on Saturday by elected officials in New York City who had visited a federal jail on the Brooklyn waterfront, Metropolitan Detention Center, where for nearly a week, since an electrical fire partially cut off power to the jail, prompting management to cancel visits and place inmates on lockdown. The situation is really a nightmare, said Representative Nydia Ann-Velke, a Democrat whose district includes the jail. It is like living in. Officials, including Ms. Velke, who was initially denied a full tour of the facility on Friday night, stood on the stairs of the jail after their visit and spoke to a crowd of a few hundred that had gathered for a rally to demand that the inmates get heat, hot meals and be allowed to contact their families and lawyers. Representative Jerrold Nadler, whose district includes parts of Brooklyn and Manhattan, denounced what he called a total lack of urgency and concern by the warden, Herman Key, and jail management. Inmates who needed, when Mr. Nadler announced that contracted electricians had already left, and that power was unlikely to be restored over the weekend, the crowd grew angry. The Federal Bureau of Prisons on Saturday night on behalf of the jail's management, saying that a new electrical panel had been installed by an outside contractor that day and that the facility is working to restore power as expeditiously as possible. It expected work. The statement continued. Inmates have hot water for showers and hot water in the sinks in the cell. Essential person. On Friday night, a court order allowed the lead federal and public defender in the Brooklyn office, Deirdre Von Dorum, to tour the jail for 4 hours. Because as officials toured the prison on Saturday afternoon, the protesters outside, including many relatives of inmates there, marched around the jail chanting, "Where is the warden? Where is the heat?" As a brass band played outside, inmates pounded on the narrow windows of their cells, in their own form of protest. Away from the crowd, several families honked their car horns and lifted cardboard signs with messages such as "Alfredo, we love you," searching the windows for a silhouette that might belong to a husband, father or boyfriend. Many family members said they had not heard from relatives since last weekend and were not given any information when they called the jail. They learned about Paola Gomez, 28, said she had not been able to reach her boyfriend inside the jail since last Friday. When she called the jail, the wife of another inmate said she was told she could not send him a package containing blankets, even if she sent it through a third-party vendor such as Amazon. The cells lie on the perimeter of the building, which allows inmates to see out into the surrounding streets but has also contributed to the cold conditions. Elected officials said jail officials rejected an offer by the city to supply emergency generators and emergency blankets. On Saturday Eve, the statement by the Bureau of Prisons said that the blankets supplied by the city would be accepted.
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.